Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is my black graduation dress. So black graduation is a ceremony hosted at my school that I just graduated from, specifically for the black graduates, just to recognize all of our achievements, and I decided that I wanted to make my dress for it. I don't really know where I ended this video, but for the back, after I messed it up, I pretty much put in a panel and put in grommets so I could tie it up, but it wouldn't show skin because I didn't really want it to be like too revealing, and I had made the zipper like cut pretty deep, so I was like, I need something to make sure it covers. And then also day of, I took in the sleeves a little bit because they were a little too baggy and didn't look that great. So those are some changes that I don't think I added into the video, but I hope y'all enjoy it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow me on social media, and I will see y'all next time for my actual graduation dress. I hope you enjoy. Let's get into it. Okay, if you watched my last video, you know that, or one of my last videos, you know that I made my dress for grad photos and that I said I was probably gonna wear that dress for black graduation. Well, I changed my mind. I'm gonna make a dress for black graduation, and I will also insert those. They're the same clips, some of the same clips from the first video, but where I was showing the inspiration, but I'm going to use this red fabric, and by fabric, I mean it is a bed sheet that I thrifted, so let's get into it. Okay, so I'm gonna be using the same pattern that I used roughly for the Princess Diana dress, so I will link that here, wherever the eye goes. But for the bustier part, so two parts, same thing like the grad photo dress, I don't really want you to be able to see the bustier and stuff, so I'm gonna put the boning, aka zip ties for me, in the lining, so it gives it that structure, because I'm gonna do a sweetheart neckline. But also I'm gonna change the neckline of the dress, so I'm gonna redraw the pattern top part just so it's like a little more like softer or whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna get ready and do that, and I will show y'all. Okay, I'm going to get ready and cut out the pattern pieces and then cut them out of the fabric. As you can tell, the back piece is pretty much the same as the other back piece. I made this, like these pieces, just a little less sharp because I didn't like how sharp it was. And if I need to, I can extend this down, but I will flip this, so this will be one piece. And then I'll need two of these. Also, I'm pretty sure this is done with like actual patterns, but people put notches so you know where things go, or at least like when you're like printing patterns and stuff. So I did that for these just so like I know for sure. And the last thing for the back piece, if you remember for the Princess Diana dress, I had to do ties. I want to do a zipper for this one, so I'm going to extend this out a few inches so I can put in a zipper. So I'm gonna cut this out, and I'm gonna cut out the fabric. I have both the pattern and the lining cut out, and now I'm gonna stitch them all together. And like before, I'm going to make sure I leave enough seam allowance in the lining to sew it down to make boning channels. I sewed the lining together, so now what I'm gonna do is iron out the seams and then probably sew those lining, the boning channels now, and then sew the actual bodice together. Okay, it's upside down, but I trimmed the sides to be even and I pinned them together, so now I'm going to sew them right sides together and then flip them inside out and probably top stitch and put in the boning. Finished the bodice, so now what I'm gonna do is cut out the skirt and sew it together and put them together and see how it looks and see like what alterations need to be made. Okay, so this was fraying a lot, so I just serged the edge for the time being just so it'd be easier to work with. But I added in darts and I'm going to need a zipper because I don't know if I can even try it on right now. So what I'm gonna do, which is kind of risky, is attach the top to the skirt with just like a basting stitch and see where I'm gonna want the zipper to go so I can cut that part of the skirt. I know. So I can cut that part of the skirt and then make any adjustments and then probably like add in the zipper and stuff. So yeah. So I serged both the end of the top and of the skirt. I'm going to now attach them and get ready and add in the zipper. So I made a mistake and I didn't show it, but pretty much I was serging them together and then all of a sudden I realized I was serging down into the skirt and one of my darts was gone. I don't know how. I did that. I wasn't paying attention. For my mom, when you're watching this, listen, I'm trying to do better. So I had to cut off some of the skirt and cut off some of the top and yeah, so now I'm gonna attach them and add in the zipper. Okay, I put 2 pins in the back where I want the zipper since I want it to be tight. Like I also have extra fabric, so where I want the fabric to end. I also cut the skirt down to the length of the zipper. I kind of just had a full send moment. I'm on the floor. There's part of my overhead filming setup, but honestly, I don't think I'm gonna film myself fitting this because it is 1 in the morning. I have a flight in the morning. I haven't packed. I don't know if I'm gonna sleep, but what I'm doing right now is just pinning. So there's multiple ways to do a zipper. This is not an invisible zipper. I know I should be using an invisible zipper, but what I'm doing is pinning down the amount that I want to the zipper, and then I'm going to use my zipper foot to sew it on. Also, I'm making sure that this little bit where the zipper ends is not out because if you watched my video where I did the basic skirt pattern, it's also the video where I've used the pattern for that skirt for like a lot of my projects following it. I had the top of that included when I did the zipper, and guess who pointed it out to me? My mom. Thank you for always pointing out that I make a lot of sewing mistakes. But I take the critique with stride, and so we are not doing that this time because it will look neater. And I'm trying to take my time and do better with my sewing projects. Okay, story time. It is a week later. I went to New York. I'm back. You should be seeing a New York vlog soon, or it should already be up. But when I was rushing to finish the red dress for Black graduation, and I think I left off with the zipper and how I just kind of pulled it tight where I wanted the zipper to be because I wanted it to fit. Well, that was a bad choice. And I knew that it was a bad choice. But I was struggling to get the zipper up. And I was like, I'll just have to deal with this. And then I was like, I'll try one last thing. So I moved the dress to the side, sucked in everything, held my breath, and like zipped it up. I don't know if I got it all the way up or not. And the second I let out a sigh of relief, the zipper just popped. So what I'm going to do now is seam rip out the zipper and cut the back pieces. Since I already have it cut all the way down to the butt, I'm gonna add a panel and put in grommets so it can tie up, but it won't show any back because I don't really want it to be scandalous for this. I mean, not that people will see except on my gown. And yeah, so let's get it. Okay, so I cut out a triangle strip and I pinned it right sides together to the back, and I kind of just winged cutting. I know I'm taking some steps or doing some things I shouldn't. So then afterwards, once it's sewn together, my thought then is to flip it and then sew, so I create like essentially a little bit of like a thing here to put the grommet, so then it can tie up but have the panel covering what would be skin. So yeah. Okay, so for those, I wanted like little sleeves, so I just cut out a long rectangle. I didn't really measure, just kind of like, I wanted it to be longer than my arm. I'm gonna sew it right sides together, and then I'm going to do a rolled hem and attach it to the dress.